We were talking earlier about automobile insurance and the things that people don't know that they can or should have as part of their auto policy. Can you talk about that a little bit? Because one of the things you talked about was excess liability and things like that that I'd never heard of before.
So think of auto insurance. The state of Georgia requires and mandates a certain minimum amount of coverage.
And it's very minimum.
It's very minimum. It covers up to $25,000 for one person that you hit and $50,000 for the total people you hit.
And that's not going to cover a Bentley.
It's not going to cover a multi-car accident.
And by the way, the fact that the state requires it doesn't mean you have it.
Right.
That is correct.
Which brings us to the point I think we were talking about earlier.
So, and the other part of that, there's coverage for liability to others, for people you hurt, and then to property damage. So the third part of that is $25,000 of coverage for the car that is damaged caused by you.
Mm-hmm.
The reality is you need to protect yourself for way more than that, and the costs to increase the limits are minimal. So you're protecting others for people you hurt. You also need to protect yourself, which is the uninsured motorist coverage or underinsured motorist coverage.
Explain what that is, because it doesn't make total sense when you hear it, when
No.
you say it.
So you mentioned earlier, yes, the state requires you to have insurance, but of course not everyone does. You do have to have it when you register your car, and beyond that, once you let it cancel, the state will start sending you letters, but that doesn't force you to go out and get it. But underinsured and uninsured motorist coverage protect you just like your liability protects others. So if someone hits you, and they may carry the legal amount required by the state, which happened to me last year. I was hit by a guy with the minimum limits. His limits ran out, and my underinsured motorist coverage had to pay.